global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Nnamdi Kanu have taken a technical move ahead of time. Don't forget that some few days ago, Nnamdi Kanu wrote an open letter to President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. As a few hours ago, he explained to his supporters and followers why he did what he did, as he broke silence on the technical move he's about to take. Now, as we speak, Nnamdi Kanu have taken a step higher to ensure that no space at all is left for him to get his freedom. But before we continue this, people kindly subscribe to our channel. While as we speak, Nnamdi Kanu have written to the Supreme Court on the next minute. Let's quickly go into the full details of the copy of the motion he filed. He said an order granting leave to the applicant to apply for an order reviewing the aforesaid judgment of this honorable court delivered on the 15th day of December 2023 in Federal FRN versus Nnamdi Kanu. That's with the number court number SC/CR/1361/2022 on the grounds set out in this application. An order extending the time within which the applicant may file the application for review of the aforesaid judgment delivered on the 15th December 2023 in favor of the federal government versus Nnamdi Kanu. Now, and further deeming the said application for review as properly filed and served in this suit, and for such further orders as this honorable court may deem necessary to make in the circumstances. Now, the judgment sought to be impugned was delivered on the 18th day of December 2023 by reason of the applicant's continuous state custody and the prior external conduct of his defense. He was incapacitated from personally reviewing or acting upon the implications of the said judgment until very recently. On or about 21st day of October 2025, the applicant assumed full carriage and control of his case, thereby asserting his constitutional right to self-representation and immediate oversight of his legal cause. On the 26th day of October 2025, he obtained access to his complete case file for the first time since his incarceration. Upon a meticulous examination of the record, the applicant discovered with profound judicial concern that the judgment of this honorable court of 15th day of December 2023 was delivered per curiam, having been predicated upon statutes which at the material time has ceased to exist in law. The decision, though solemn in pronouncement, was therefore made sub salientio of the extant terrorism, which is Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, and stands in patent violation of Section 36 sub 12 of the Constitution and Section 122 of the Evidence Act 2011. Now, upon this discovery, the applicant acted with utmost dispatch and fidelity to the law, instructing the preparation of a motion to set aside the said judgment and promptly bringing this companion application for enlargement of time solely to regularize that procedural step. The brief interlude between the judgment and the instant application is thus neither willful nor dilatory, but the inevitable consequence of constrained custodial conditions and the subsequent discovery of a jurisdictional aberration only after the applicant personally obtained his record. The complaint now raised touches the very root of jurisdiction, a domain to which time and technicality pay no homage. The equitable discretion of this honorable court is therefore humbly invited to extend the time ex depeto justate for the correction of a manifest nullity and restoration of constitutional order. In a supporting affidavit submitted by the younger brother of the IPOB leader, that's Prince Nnamdi Kanu, the detained Kanu urged the Supreme Court to grant prayers sought by the IPOB leader. He said that upon taking over his case personally in October 2025, Kanu, which Nnamdi Kanu himself, discovered that the statutes upon which the Supreme Court issued its ruling had been repealed and displaced by subsequent enactment at the time material to the appeal. He therefore seeking a fresh motion to set aside the said judgment, and the affidavit reads, and I quote, that I am the applicant's younger brother therein, the respondent in the substantive appeal with suit number SC/CR/1361/2022, Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is FRN versus Nnamdi Kanu, wherein judgment was delivered by this honorable court on 15th day of December 2023. My brother, the applicant, is currently in the detention and unable to dispose to this affidavit that since the delivery of the said judgment, my brother had remained in the custody of the respondent under conditions that severely restricted his access to the counsel, to case materials, and to the certified record of the proceedings, that until recently the prosecution and management of his case and cause were conducted exclusively through external counsel, and he was neither in possession of the files nor in a position to scrutinize the processes filed on his behalf. That on or about 21st day of October 2025, he resolved to personally assume the carriage and control of his case in order to ensure a thoroughly personal review and to pursue appropriate redress where necessary. That on the 26th day of October 2025, he was granted access to his complete case file, which he studied line by line. In the course of this examination, he discovered that the judgment of this honorable court delivered on the 15th day of December 2023 was with respect delivered per incorium, as it rested upon statutes which had been repealed and displaced by subsequent enactment of the time material to the appeal. That upon making this discovery, he immediately resolved to file a motion to set aside the said judgment, and this present application for extension of time is brought promptly in good faith. Wow, this is quite interesting, which means in all of this, Nnamdi Kanu wants to represent himself to cut the long story of all of this motion, affidavit, ex parte order, and all that. Is that Nnamdi Kanu wants to represent himself in Supreme Court again, and there was a judgment that has been given, and he discovered that the judgment was based on a repealed law, the same issue that he's facing right now. He got access to his case file and now discovered that judgment was passed on an unexisting law, and hence he wants to represent himself again, and he wants them to give him some ample time to go through it, and he wants a situation where the Supreme Court will have to sit on this matter, where he will represent himself and look at the fact that you can't possibly be judging him or putting him on whatever judgment on a nullity. The same thing he is fighting now, he now wants to do that because, in all sincerity, the Constitution has been adjusted, and that which they are basing all their claims on, most of their claims on, has been repealed. So Nnamdi Kanu literally wants to go to some of those places where they have put it, especially the one in Supreme Court, and he wants to represent himself. How this will play out, we do not know. But let's see how it goes. Let's go wrap it up. Let's get to that conversation.